除了美术上的制作来讲的话，平衡性的调试在一台机甲的生产过程里面占了非常非常长的一个时间，所以说这真的是一个非常艰难的决定。对，所以说对于来讲的话，这回我们还是觉得玩家的反馈是对的，因为玩家告诉我们说，就是作为一个 PVP 的对战游戏，其实玩家需要多样化的选择，需要更多的这种配搭，他们也需要说跟朋友进来一起玩，能用不同的机甲，所以这些来讲的话，在我们就讨论过后，我们觉得说，对这些内容其实是应该免费给玩家的。所以说，我们希望来讲的话，玩家一进游戏就能尽可能拿到更多的机甲，然后快速的进入核心玩法。
I don't think anyone's going to be mad about that. I think that's really good news.
Yeah.
There are a lot of very high expectations for this. People are really excited about this game. Can you talk about what kind of pressure that is for you and the rest of the team?
Okay, I guess.
我希望不要像上一回在2月份我们刚开服就因为玩家挤爆了，所以说我们服务器要增加临时维护的时间。
Any plans for more server crashes, or you just got more servers now? You got to get prepared for that?
是的，对，肯定我们会做好准备，因为其实上一次测试来讲的话，我们没有想过一下子就首日来讲的话就进了30多万的，首日进了100万玩家，然后峰值进了有317000的玩家，所以说那一次真是把我们吓坏了。
I guess that's a good problem to have, that people really want to play your game. That's fun. Let's talk about the Strikers a little bit, because aside from now being free, what other changes have undergone since the open beta?
其实我们最早，如果我们要说一开始立项的时候来讲的话，我们最早设计每台机甲来讲的话，它的武装是可以让玩家自己 DIY 的，就是每一个武装来讲的话，我们提供大概2到3个的变化。但后来我们发现这条路其实是走不通的，原因是因为玩家一定能找到一个最优的一个解决方案，所以说我们就去掉了说玩家来讲的话能自由组装机甲。那对于来讲的话，我们还是着重于打造每一台机甲它的特殊性，就等于说它有一个明确的战术地位，那需要团队配合才能把机甲的优势发挥到最大。所以说这个定义了我们整个机甲的平衡性设计的一个主轴，那就是说每台机甲来讲的话，需要发挥在战斗中发挥它的长处，需要队友来讲的话补充它的短板，这个来讲的话就构成了我们整个结构的核心。当然了，在我们去年的8月份开始测试之后，那对应来讲的话，我们也做了很多机甲的提升和打磨。除了平衡性上面的调整之外来讲的话，我们也把一些机甲重构了他们的一些武器的武装。对，那同时来讲的话呢，在表现力上面来讲的话呢，我们也不停的在增加新的内容，就是除了让机甲来讲的话能更加平衡之外来讲的话，也让他们在战斗起来更加好看，更加表现出更加精彩。
Nice. What was the most important lesson that you and the team learned that affected the final or the launch version of Mecha Break?
如果要在过去几年的研发里面，我觉得最大的一个决策或者选择的改变吧，那就是最早其实我们做的是只有6v6的。那在6v6过程中里面来讲的话，我们没有做大规模的测试，但是我们发现其实即便是我们自己研发的同学，其实水平的提升都是可能是有限的。对，那所以说我们会发现说，可能如果我们只提供一个模式的话，那玩家来讲很快会发现说，对我这个模式来讲的话可能不适合我，原因是因为竞技性太强，太硬核了。然后我们做了很多线下测试，我们到了 LA， 到了日本东京，然后我们发现其实很多地区的玩家来讲的话，他们对更加休闲化的或者是 PV 意向的玩法来讲的话，有非常执着、非常有追求、有想法。所以说，如果我们只提供一个模式的话，我们担心来讲的话，可能并不能满足所有机甲迷的一个需求。所以说，在那个时候来讲的话，我们也想说，对，我们可能要提供一个新的模式，所以说这才有了后面的麻生马克。当然，麻生马克打磨来讲花了我们2年多的时间。
That's great to hear, because I am not exactly an ace pilot, but I want to drive a robot and I want to feel cool doing it. So that's PvE is good to hear about. Now, IGN has had multiple positive preview impressions. There's been a lot of good press about Mecha Break. How do positive previews help you when you're making the game? And is there any concern that that'll make you kind of
回头来讲的话，一到测试，玩家就
go really hard on the February beta
和数值。那另外来讲的话呢，他们会发现有3台，应该。
Since I don't know exactly what he's saying, I'm not gonna watch the rest of the interview. Just play the shit. Yeah, just play the shit. When Mecha Break comes out, June 31st or July 1st, whatever the hell the case may be, whenever it comes out, y'all know where we'll be. We're playing Mecha Break. I don't have to keep dragging y'all through that. All right. We'll figure it out when we start playing it. Now, let me go back to my original idea, which is watching this Dawn Walker. I'm sorry. Yeah, there we go. Let's go to watching that. This is a gameplay review, a deep dive. Hey, yeah, there we go. Finally, this is a deep dive gameplay overview of Blood of the Dawn Walker, aka Vampire Witcher. Then we'll check in on. We might check in on Schedule 1, see what they got new going on.
Hello, my name is Daniel Sadowski and I'm the design director at Rebel Wolves. I would like to welcome you to the Blood of Dawnwalker summer gameplay video. Our game is a story-driven, open-world dark fantasy RPG set in medieval Europe. The game is currently in pre-beta stage, and what we are going to show you is just a part of one of the mid-game quests. It's a really cool story involving legendary swords and a haunted almshouse, but today we'll focus on showcasing our gameplay systems. We're starting on the outskirts of Svartro, the game's largest city and the capital of Vale Sangora. From here, we could head anywhere the eye can see, explore ancient ruins or sabotage vampire blood transports. But it's not just about where or when you go. It's also about how you approach the main quest and shape the story, making each playthrough uniquely your own. For now, we're following the road. Cohen is on his way to the city's cathedral, chasing leads about a powerful weapon said to be hidden in its crypts. But first, we'll have to deal with some bandits who camped out by the main road. Traveling through Vale Sangora is never boring. The world is dense with quests, random encounters, and locations steep in lore. This will be a great opportunity to show you our combat system. Our goal was to make the player feel like a real swordmaster who closely observes his enemies. We'll begin this fight by using acrid dust to stun one of the enemies.
Dirt in his eye.
Now, when you attack, you choose one of 4 directions: up, down, left or right, in order to hit the opponent where he's unable to parry. And similarly, when defending, you have to take note of the enemy's intent and the direction of the attack. On the left side of the screen, just above Cohen's health, you have activation charges that will be filled in with each successful attack, block and parry. Once they are full, you can use one of the active abilities which allow you to take a more tactical approach to fighting. We started the fight by throwing some acrid dust. And now let's cast Burning Blood. It's a hex which boils the enemy's blood and burns their skin, dealing physical damage over time.
Okay.
Alright, time to finish this fight. Let's use the final activation charge to cast the artery attack, which actually decapitated the last opponent. Our hero quickly dispatched the bandits, so let's loot a few items
this is very
and
Witcher-ish.
open the inventory.
Very Witcher-like. Which I'm not
First
mad
of
at,
all,
don't get me wrong.
let's replenish our health by eating something. And then take a closer look at this cool-looking weapon we just picked up.
The chopper.
Ah, it has better stats than our current weapon, so let's equip it right now. We've also leveled up, so let's use this opportunity to spend the newly acquired skill point in one of Cohen's skill trees. The skills in the Blood of Dawnwalker are divided into 3 trees, one for human, one for vampire, and one shared between the 2. We also have an active abilities panel. We can use it to unlock additional abilities to use during combat.
Okay.
Note that during the day, the health bar is not regenerating. You need to find consumables like the one we've just eaten, The hexes we've just used also consume some of Cohen's health. Be aware of that. The way our magic system works, there's always a price to pay for manipulating reality. But we can make it sting a bit less. Let's level up the frugal witchcraft skill, so next time we'll cast a hex, it'll consume fewer of Cohen's health points. Now that we've wrapped up the encounter with the bandits, we can be on our way to get inside the city. Right now, Cohen hasn't done enough to ruffle the vampire lord's feathers, so the gods will just wave us through. But the more damage you cause, the more suspicious and aggressive they'll become. So when you play the game yourself, you'll have to decide whether you want to challenge the vampires openly, or lay low until you're ready to strike and surprise them.
It's even bigger than I remembered. And it's grander than before. They're putting in new stained glass. The Knyaz doesn't deny the old faith.
Out of my face.
This is the rich district of the city, Silberkreis. There's also Altenmarkt, Neustadt, and the Middens. Each of the boroughs has its own feel and character.
Okay, them the boroughs of the city. Okay.
Passing through, I swear. I got tired.
Yeah, this is very Witcher coded.
Started begging.
Looming high over the city is Brensis's castle, Greifberg. He took it over when he slaughtered the human ruler of the valley, Skender, as shown in the trailer we shared with you earlier in January this year. In order to complete the main quest and save your family, you'll have to storm the castle, alone or with help of friendly NPCs. We could do it right now if we wanted, but it would be super challenging.
What go do it?
For you, my friend. Go home.
Oh, let me. I just want to. Oh, let me in.
You made a mess, and it's not that kind of inn.
Let's check the map. The cathedral is really close. There's plenty of other
Oh yeah,
places to
that's
see
definitely Witcher.
and things to do
y'all see
here.
this? Oh, look,
A couple of inns.
No. This is why I call this game Vampire Witcher. Do y'all see, fam? Do y'all see this map? If y'all have never played The Witcher, if y'all never played The Witcher 3, the map is exactly like that. When I say exactly like that, I'm talking about like down to the icons and everything. Yes, don't get me wrong, but man, it's like going back in time, man. This should definitely scratch your Witcher itch.
Medic, a blacksmith, an armorer, and other merchants. You can see that not only the vampires came out of the shadows. This creature on the right is called an Uriash. Look around, especially at night, and you'll learn humans have lots to fear, not just the vampires. And here we can see guards pounding on some poor guy's doors.
What is it about?
Singing songs that mocked him and the faith.
Who told you this nonsense? Was it Livia?
It's just one of many different community scenes we're implementing in the game. Watch them closely when you play, as they might point you to new quests and hidden treasures, or signal changes in the game's world.
Once again,
Okay.
I humbly beg of thee.
I humbly...
Ouch.
I don't want to say it, Mum.
It's a prayer. It's what we have to say. Go on.
I humbly beg of thee.
I mean, it looks great. Don't get me wrong.
Okay, we are at the cathedral gates. Again, since Cohen isn't yet wanted by the vampire regime, and it's daytime, we can simply walk inside.
The baptism of a newborn is a solemn moment, doubly so. A new life joins our flock, bringing happiness to its parents and to the congregation.
He even got Geralt's haircut.
natus ex sanguine est, alitur sanguine, et in sanguine morietur. Ego te baptizo in nomine Dei. Amen.
I would never. Get your hands off my child.
Don't I know you from somewhere, young man?
No, you don't know me.
Laslia, maybe.
I'm sorry, but you must be mistaken.
Am I? Perhaps. Perhaps. My memory isn't what it used to be. Come with me. I'll take your confession.
Thank you, but I have no need for confession.
Ah. So you deem your conscience clear?
No.
I wouldn't go that far. But I'm sure you're a busy man, Father. So while I appreciate the offer, I feel that my soul shouldn't be your priority.
I won't press the matter. You are quite correct. I have many...
Hold on, where's the action?
which smoothly turn maybe a human. We maximize players' freedom and agency, offering you a narrative sandbox to play in. I wonder, won't be a problem for the vampire,
That's
who
what I
has
was gonna
many
say.
more
Let's get to
exploration
the
abilities at his
shit,
disposal.
man. Let's get to the
Bear
shit.
in mind, Cohen has not completed the quest yet. What's more, there are still a few clues to be found in order to solve this story. It's worth mentioning that narrative sandbox also means that we may completely abandon this quest and follow a different path to defeat Brensis. For today, we're focusing on the gameplay part, so let's see how we could tackle this particular quest during the night. We're starting right after dusk, as a vampire, on the rooftops of Svartrau. Right now, we have 22 days left to complete this goal. This counter is always displayed and you will be warned each time it's pushed forward. So you have to be aware of the time, and it's more of a resource you will be spending than a racing clock. As a vampire, you'll see and experience the world from a different perspective. You can travel quickly and easily access places beyond the reach of regular humans. Let us show you what we mean. This is Shadow Step, a unique vampiric ability, allowing Cohen to jump to almost any place within his reach. Now, let's take a good look around using the focus mode.
Yeah, this ain't nothing but the Witcher.
This ability highlights objects of interest and loot.
He's Geralt as a vampire.
And there is something right here.
Which,
this time it's just some items to grab, but on other occasions, who knows? You might come across a hidden quest. Looks like our health is quite low. This is because, as a vampire, your health bar also represents your hunger level, and you start each night thirsting for blood. Remember, you have to quench this appetite in order to make full use of your vampire abilities, and rein in your monstrous nature around NPCs. Otherwise, you may end up draining someone important, which may lead to unpredictable consequences. We'd better feed then. Maybe on someone who is standing all alone. Like this drunkard. Let's grab him and use Voracious Bite ability.
Clean the streets
Unless
up.
you lose control due to hunger, you get to decide how much blood to drink. You can drain just a bit and knock your victim unconscious, or go all the way and kill them. And if you're adamant you don't want to hurt innocent humans, you can drink from animals and some other creatures. Finally, we are at the cathedral, but it seems to be closed for the night, and the entrance gate guarded. Let's find another way in. Shadow Step is not the only vampiric ability you're gonna learn during your playthrough. Cohen can also use Plane Shift to scale walls and even ceilings smoothly. This will allow us to explore every nook and cranny of the cathedral.
Better be quiet.
You shall become Kenya's prince.
Is that Boyer's Xanthi? What the hell is she doing here? What is she doing? Is that a ritual for the blood gods?
You shall want for nothing.
They're covering up the old paintings. Why? One of the workers must have left it. Seems that the cathedral complex is quite big. The main building, cloisters, inner courtyard. The entrance to the crypt could be anywhere. Won't get anything done just standing around. Still.
This was a scene investigation, a mechanic we used to zoom in on and showcase key clues. This time we had a chance to learn more about the vampire's plans. Looks like they're keen to cover up the old frescoes, so that's something we could take a look at. This way we could learn more about the cathedral's past. Looks like we aren't alone here. Underneath us, there's a group of blood guards. Soldiers hooked up on vampire blood, which makes them stronger. And one of Brances's vampire allies. It's Xanthi, the oldest vampire in Vale Sangora, and quite a powerful lady. Let's descend and check what's going on.
So nobody heard him falling down the wall like that? Not like nobody heard that? Okay, cool.
Don't think I don't see you skulking in the shadows. Come out! You're interfering with my task. Who are you?
It doesn't matter.
Very well. I don't have time for interruptions. Let us dispose of him. Quickly!
Now, let's get to the action. Let's get to the bullshit.
You've withstood it. Fascinating.
Cohen is using his claws to attack when in vampire form. Blood guards are dual-wielding opponents. Their attacks are pretty strong. Of course, even when fighting with claws, combat is still directional. Don't worry, Cohen can still use his sword as a vampire.
You haven't lived long.
Only after defeating all three of the blood guards, Xanthi deems Cohen worthy of a challenge, and she descends to face him. She uses her blood control powers to cast a multitude of attacks, like her blood whips that hit Cohen from left and right. Xanthi is protected by a powerful vampire ability. Once her stamina runs out, Cohen will have an opportunity to strike and deal some damage. But be careful, cause Xanthi is quick to counterattack, and she will also try to restore her blood. Meanwhile, look at the indicator just below her health and stamina. It's a timer for the boiling blood skill that you've seen in the CGI trailer. So, if we don't hurry, the timer goes down to 0, and Cohen will eventually explode. And we're dead. Remember, we are only mid-game here, and Xanthi is one of the game's most punishing enemies. Defeating her right here and right now is very much possible, but it would be hellishly difficult. A fun challenge for hardcore players. Otherwise, we could load the game and explore the cathedral without drawing her attention.
We got a little ways to go, so they'll tighten it up.
She's not surrounded by bodyguards.
They'll tighten
Xanthi,
it up.
like all other vampire allies, has her own questline. Explore it, and you can learn more about her past, motivations, and maybe even try to reason with her. What you do is entirely
Got
up
an
to
ad
you.
coming up in 1 minute.
Remember, our
Although
design
they don't
principle
have,
is the
they
narrative
haven't
sandbox.
subscribed yet.
There is no difference
We're also
between main
over
quests
on
and side
YouTube if y'all
quests.
wanna come check
There's
us out
just
over on
different
there.
stories that you weave together into your own unique adventure. But that's coming in 2026. For now, I'd like to thank you for joining me on this gameplay video presentation.
That was okay. That was okay. Listen, I like The Witcher. I like The Witcher, so I'm not gonna say I'm hyped for it, but I'm interested to see how they tighten that up and what they do as far as like the overall game. But we got a little minute. We got till 2026 until they unveil that on us. What do we have? Oh, Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk had a big update coming this week, but I think it got pushed back. Let me pull that story up real quick. Cyberpunk 2077. What was it? 2.3 update? Yeah. According to Reddit, Cyberpunk 2027, we initially hope to put update 2.3 in your hands on June 26th. However, we will need some more time to make sure we're happy with it, aiming for a scope similar to update 2.2. We'll update you further as soon as we can. Now, I thought they were through updating Cyberpunk, but apparently they still got some more work to go. And they're gonna put out another update that's pretty big. What was in update 2.2 actually? Cyberpunk update 2.2. What was in there? Well, I guess we might as well look that up here so we can kind of get some visuals. So we can see what was so different. 6 months ago. Damn, that was on?
My Lovesac couch adapts to it all.
My Lovesac. Ain't that something? Grizz, we got more update on the breach game overall overview of No Rest for the Wicked. Nice.
Cyberpunk 2077's patch 2.2 update is available now on PC, PS5, and Xbox Series consoles, and CDPR has once again expanded players' customization options in the game as they explore Night City in style. Here's an overview of all the biggest changes in Cyberpunk's 2.2 update.
At some point, we're going to have to play
Cyberpunk 2077's patch 2.2 theme is Express Yourself, which lets players alter their cars, be more creative in photo mode, and customize V's appearance with more attention to detail. With an upgraded vehicle customization interface, you can access Rayfield's Crystal Coat technology to change the paint color of your car. Though this feature was introduced in a previous patch, Crystal Coat was only available for Rayfield vehicles, but now in patch 2.2, it can be applied to any car. Lore-wise, CDPR developers explained that Rayfield partnered with new brands to expand the technology to other car models.
That's hard.
Crystal Coat allows you to also change the saturation and hue of the paint color, as well as the color of the lights on your car. There's also a swap feature that allows you to easily exchange two colors to see how it would look on your car. Twin Tone is another new feature that lets you scan other cars in Night City and apply the paint job to your car. This adds a database where you can save paint jobs for a small fee, which lets you save your favorite collected paint jobs. Now, if you spot the color of a car that you like, you can quickly steal their design. In terms of gameplay, you can even use Crystal Coat to evade the police by changing the appearance of your car when on the run. If you turn into an alley and change the color of your vehicle, you can keep moving away to fade out your heat level, similar to GTA's Pan Spray. Another change in patch 2.2 is an upgrade to the Auto Fixer. CDPR added 10 new cars to the Auto Fixer website, which includes 8 to the base game and 2 to the Phantom Liberty DLC. While you're enjoying your new car options, Johnny Silverhand will spawn next to you in the passenger seat more often. Though he will appear about 25% of the time in your car, this change is intended to increase Johnny's presence of always being around. You can enjoy more of his classic charm with some insults sprinkled in. You can even use photo mode when Johnny is seated next to you in the car. Responding to player feedback, photo mode was enhanced in patch 2.2 with a better camera and drone mode to get a wider range. A new aspect ratio feature was added to
we ain't
take
gonna never finish
ultra-wide
Cyberpunk now.
pictures, but due to technical
We ain't gonna never finish it
limitations,
now because
this
I'm gonna be in
feature is
photo mode
only available
90% of
to
the time.
PC players. Still, the updated photo mode offers more options in its reworked interface,
Yes, Lord.
with new lighting choices and additional depth of field options. CDPR hopes to provide more convenience to Cyberpunk players without needing to rely on mods for the perfect shot. Patch 2.2 also lets you spawn up to 3 characters in photo mode from a list of over 20 NPCs in the base game and Phantom Liberty. As you experiment with all these new photo mode features, you can display photos in your apartment. This is an upgraded apartment feature that puts smart frames on your walls for you to show off the best shots that you take. Cyberpunk's character creator adds 112 new assets in patch 2.2 to customize V. There are 8 new faceplates available to use, with 2 per art style. If you want to make V look like they're a member of the Mox, you can do that. Players can dive into new nail and lip designs in the character creator as well.
So really this was
Similarly,
more about, like,
you can lean into the various
customization,
brands found in Cyberpunk 2077 to display these logos on V's body. If you can't decide, there's a new randomizer in the character creator with a plane to punk slider to influence your appearance. You can lock specific assets too, and then continue with the randomizer to perfect V's look. And those are just the biggest changes in Cyberpunk's patch 2.2 update. In every Cyberpunk 2077 patch, there seems to always be new changes that the developers keep hidden for players to discover. So be on the lookout as you explore Night City, and we will as well. And for everything else video games, stick with IGN.
Any of y'all gonna play Cyberpunk on the Switch? Damn, they just uploaded this shit too. Nice. Still ain't got it damn game. I said I was gonna get it 3 months ago. Well, 2 months ago.
Hey everyone. On April 30th, we released The Breach, a huge content update for No Rest for the Wicked. We are incredibly proud of the content that we shipped and how The Breach expanded No Rest for the Wicked. But we did face some initial balance hiccups. Some fights were overtuned, some scaling wasn't quite right. But thanks to your feedback, we were able to identify the problems quickly and shipped 4 hotfixes right after launch to stabilize balance and clean up the rough edges. But while those fixes were going out, and while we are already hard at work on our multiplayer co-op update, we also wanted to perfect what we had started with The Breach. A full patch that directly responds to your requests, suggestions, and feedback. Today, I'm happy to show you what's coming for The Breach Refined.
Well, I wouldn't expect us to get it, but you know, for those that didn't play
One of the most requested features was giving players more control over difficulty. So, we've decided to introduce realm tiers. You will now be able to choose between multiple difficulty settings for your realm, making Wicked more approachable for new players, while also offering an even greater
just
challenge
for the people that
for those
hadn't
who
played
want it. When creating a realm, players will now be able to choose their own path.
Because to be honest with you, I
The
still
path
gotta
of
go
the
through.
Torn makes
You know
things
what?
more
I'm gonna wait.
forgiving. Enemy health and damage are tuned down, and combat is a bit more relaxed. Players who have always been struggling with No Rest for the Wicked ought to find the right experience for them right here. The Path of the Chosen is the experience you've come to know and love. It represents the challenge we think most players are seeking. The Path of the Unspoken is aimed to turn things up to 11. More aggressive enemies, and combat requires more of a dance with your foes. Your life will be harder, but in some ways also more rewarding. You'll be able to switch your tier at any time from the newly introduced Realms menu, so you're always in control of how tough your run should be.
Utility runes and fast travel.
In our current live builds, utility runes like Damage Surge and Heal Aura had to be slotted into a weapon, which wasn't ideal. For the Breach Refined, you can now equip up to 4 utility runes directly on your character. So if you want to throw down a heal after a fight, or light up a pitch-black dungeon with Illuminate, you can now do that without first juggling your weapon loadout. It feels really simple and elegant. You will now also start with the heal rune equipped by default. This way, players can choose to heal either with focus or through consumables right away. We've also made some major changes to our fast travel mechanics. We are introducing Elder Whispers. These are your key travel hubs. You can fast travel between them freely. And if that still isn't enough for you, we're also introducing a whole new feature, Whisper Offerings. You can now make offerings at all non-Elder Whispers to unlock fast travel on those as well. And as you might imagine, we have a lot of things planned for Whisper Offerings, but we'll leave that
I don't have any
for future
Fortnite
content
updates
updates.
for you. I'm sorry.
We heard you. Gems are rare, and nobody wants to lose one just because they changed gear. So in Breach Refined, you can now destroy and extract gems that you slotted into your gear. Destroying the gem will simply remove it from your
got me to get on damn paint the town
Extracting
red.
the gem means you'll get the gem
I should have went
back,
on a goddamn
but on common and masterpiece gear,
no
the
risk for the
item
wicked,
stays
like I've been
intact
talking
upon
about.
extraction. On magical, plagued, and unique gear, the item will break upon gem extraction. We think that's a fair trade, and it gives players way more freedom to swap builds without losing valuable upgrades. We have also added ledge protection. Yes, we've heard all of your complaints. You're out and about or deep inside the crucible. You launch into a heavy attack and bam, you fling yourself off a cliff.
Damn.
Well, for Breach Refined, we took care of this issue. Your character will now always stop right before they fling themselves off ledges. Another common frustration was fall damage, so we've reduced fall damage overall. You still can survive a drop from 3 stories up, but you won't lose tons of health just for misjudging a ledge either. One of the more controversial changes in Breach was constraining ranged actions around focus. And yeah, we get it. Players wanted to play as archers or spellcasters without gating every shot behind a resource meter. So for Breach Refined, base spells and bows now use stamina again. Damage and range on these are tuned down a bit. Arrows now need to be charged to get the full effect. But overall, this brings back the fluidity and pacing you loved pre-Breach, while still keeping things balanced. And we have also improved combat responsiveness across the board. You can now change targets during attack windups, which makes fighting groups of enemies feel way more responsive. Especially when you're weaving between enemies and looking for openings. Another piece of feedback we got: hey, I climbed that ledge, dodged 2 traps, and got a single mushroom for all my trouble. Well, that's fixed. In this patch, we're tagging these hard-to-reach spots and making sure the loot matches the effort. Expect better gear, materials, and surprise finds. We also did a full pass on bounties and challenges. We added more variety and removed some stale or underused challenges. We studied how new players engaged with the Breach update and added new tutorials, revised early quests,
They told me to
Free the
wait out
beast.
here.
and
What's going on
introduced
with you?
more context prompts. The idea
How you
is that
doing?
you shouldn't need to tab out to a wiki just to understand how Wicked systems work.
How you doing?
Gathering has always felt
How's
a
your
bit
week been
flat,
so far?
so we've spiced things up there as well. When farming a resource, you will now gain focus and experience, just like you would while fighting an enemy. And on top of that, we've added timing
go.
mechanics. Press the interact button the moment your tool hits the resource, and you'll get a bonus. More focus, more loot. Last but not least, storage quality of life. Every container in Wicked now comes with its own little carpet that features various logos. This ought to make it way simpler to quickly see where you're storing your resources, gear, cooking ingredients, and so on. So no more guessing which chest holds your resources and which ones got your food.
At least twice a week. Okay.
And that about wraps it up.
At least twice a week.
The Breach Refined is a massive response to your feedback. From utility rooms and realm tiers to gem extraction and gathering improvements. This patch makes No Rest for the Wicked smoother, more flexible, and more fun to explore.
This was
and what we've shown so far
This is their
was
newest
only
update.
the tip of the iceberg. We're continuing to listen, and your feedback keeps making Wicked better and better.
This is our weekly
Let us know
update,
how
man.
these changes feel, and stay tuned for even more coming down the line. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you back in your Solar Sacra.
Listen, y'all gonna confuse me. See, y'all lucky I'm a perceptive person. The Beast and Free the Beast are not the same person. So I have to just remember that going forward. So I'm gonna call one Free and then the other one Beast. So I can separate the two. But what's going on? Beast, how you doing today? I appreciate you pulling up on us, man. Thank y'all for pulling up, man. How y'all feeling this week? You know what I mean? What is the word? They say they are two different entities of gorgeousness. Hey man, listen. All I'm gonna say is they say I have to behave or I'm getting timed out. Thank you for this. Hey, no problem. Listen, I appreciate y'all pulling up on this, man. Let me turn that down. Turn that down for a second. Yeah. No problem. Hey, listen, I appreciate y'all pulling up on this, man. Listen, this is High Noon, issue number 85. I'm your host, Chauvin, aka Chauvinistic. This is our weekly gaming update and news. Well, gaming news update and trailer reaction vibecast, as we like to call it, man. We just be hanging out, watching trailers, getting caught up on some of the games we playing, some of the games we plan on playing, and talk about some of the games we have played, man. Listen. We just got through watching the No Rest for the Wicked update for their latest patch that they got coming out, man. We watched the Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk has another update coming out. They have a 2.3 update coming out that they postponed. So we kind of looked at what was all in 2.2, and it looked like a lot of customization stuff. And we got a good photo mode. Y'all know me, man. If you know me, if you don't know, now you know. I'm a sucker for a good photo mode. I call myself being a virtual photographer, so I take pictures in really dope looking games, try to get the best shots, man. So I'm probably spending a lot of time doing that. Other than that, man, we've been getting caught up on just randomness right now. So he turns all that up. So I get a chance to calm down when I get excited. And see, I made sure that I take her off timeout because I don't know if y'all remember all the hate raids and stuff that was going on like last year or whatever. That's why the bots are so strict, and I just never changed it. I never went back and did all of that. So that's just what happens when there's like too many consecutive letters, too many emotes, and too many capital letters. It might, and certain words, Cause I know some of y'all will get off track. Y'all will get beside yourselves. But it's okay. All right, man. Listen, I appreciate y'all. Don't let the hostile bots get to y'all, okay? They mean well. Okay? Let's see what we trying to get caught up on, man. That was that we watched the Cronus. We got Little Nightmares release dates. We got a story trailer. Did we watch the story trailer for Borderlands? I don't think we watched the story trailer. Fuck it. Let's watch the story trailer for Borderlands. Cause I like the tone that they going for So if y'all don't know, I fuck with Borderlands pretty heavy. We're in the middle of a Borderlands 3 replay. So now we got a new one coming up. Borderlands 4 should be coming up soon. So we're gonna watch the story trailer for Borderlands 4 because it just looks interesting as hell. Man, go back. What you doing? What is you doing? Oh, my computer, man. You know what? Don't even worry about it. Here you go. Turn that off. Everybody go watch Ironheart. All right. Support black people doing creative shit.
Wait, what?
Ironheart, now streaming. You are no longer a vault hunter.
Free and Beast, what are y'all up to today?
You may have had free will.
What are you lovely ladies up to today?
Galaxies. But here, on Kairos, you serve the use
Let's go, Queen. We lit now. We got a good
Our minds fly
a good look at the story.
Beyond his control. Now it's your turn.
I will return to the Timekeeper's side. May we rule forever.
Heard you were rounding up some vault hunters. Reporting for duty, boss.
Could it be? My savior?
Oh, vault hunters! This will hurt!
Let's go.
A toast to our hero.
Why should you get to be free? All you do is destroy. We lead a strike team to the fortress, and then we make him pay.
September 12th, we locked in, man. Okay, September 12th. That's what, 2 weeks after my birthday. Hey, it's going down. That's all I can say. Between August, September, late August, September, and October, man, we are going to be busy. That's why I hadn't really like made any plans to buy anything like significant for now, just because I don't know what my money gonna be looking like, and at the same time, I don't know what my time gonna be looking like, cause I know me, I get outside more in the fall. Summertime, I be in the crib. Okay. Summertime, I be in the crib, minding my business, you know, kind of just staying out the way, especially right now, you know what I'm saying? Dealing with some stuff. So I'm kind of in the crib right now. But other than that, September, October-ish, y'all will definitely see me a lot more of me, man. And I listen, I got a lot of games lined up coming up, man. So prepare them streams, man. Okay. Keep falling in for them streams. Hope y'all having a great week. All right. Everybody stopping through. What else did we have on deck, man? What did we have on tap for today? I think I had some more stories to talk about. Nope. We talked about that last week. We watched the Death Stranding, the story so far. Yeah, that was fun. Have no idea what the hell going on in that game, but hey, we got through it. We got through it. What I have on action adventure? We watched the deep dive for the combat. We watched that already. Trying to see. Night Rain bosses. We got that coming. Watched the Hades 2. We already watched that. Okay. You don't mean to tell me I ain't been listening. Nope, nothing there. I think we may have watched everything that I wanted to talk about. Y'all know anything in particular that y'all been trying to keep up with? Cause I think I done watched everything that I came across this week. Let me see. That's my guy right there. Okay, I'll get that in a second. Yeah, I think I done watched everything that I wanted to watch this week. Schedule 1. What's going on in the Schedule 1 update? What do they have? What do they have new? Schedule 1 developer answers your biggest questions. What time is it? It's 4:07. Before you vote in Schedule 1, watch this. Let's see. What does he have? That's 5 days ago. Say the update finally came through. I attached his updates to my Discord. I need to do that actually. Saying the cartel coming. Finally. More info on the cartel. Finally. I want to see what they're going to do with this story actually. Okay, because it's time to get them out of here.
Watched the whole live stream, and I even listened into the Q&A so that I could get you guys all the information that you need to know. We're going to start off with the most important thing, which is about the cartel update scheduled to come out next month in July. So something that Tyler clarified is that he wants the cartel to be flexible. Basically, he said that they're not necessarily going to be the bad guys. He said that we'll have the choice to either work with them, so kind of partner up with them and make money, or we can butt heads with them and kind of form a rivalry. The way that this would work is that basically the cartel is going to be operating just the same way that we do. They're going to be forming their own relationship with customers. They're going to be making their own deals, you know, doing the same thing that we do in Highland Point. So we'll have the option to either make deals with them and partner up with them, but also we could interrupt their sales, interrupt their deals, but that means they're going to be doing the same to us. So that was actually a pretty cool clarification, and we didn't know this going into it. We weren't sure how it was going to work. Personally, I thought it was just going to be a rivalry, like we're going to be butting heads with them, and that's the case. But we got that mansion up on the hill, and some theories are coming true that maybe we're going to be able to go there and make deals with the cartel. Maybe we can do like wholesale deliveries and give them bulk, and they'll go kind of like a new dealer in a way. So we have our dealers, but maybe we can go to them, and they'll, you know, separate our product off to their dealers, and then they take a cut of it, but it's another way to get out more product. Something else he touched on is that there might be the option to add a difficulty slider. Now, this would apply to all aspects of the game, but he did say that there would be a cartel difficulty slider, so if we are butting heads with them, we can either make them really hard or really easy. Now, he also said that he wants to apply it to other things in game, like the length of days, police presence, and also even like the economy. Now, of course, it's going to apply to a lot more than that, but these are just the things that he talked about. Now, something else he said is that he does plan to add new achievements into the game. The way he plans to roll this out is going to be with each update, he would add in new achievements, and this means we would be getting some new ones next month with the cartel update. He does want to expand on the lore. We touched on this in one of the previous dev streams, but he says that he does plan to expand on the story. Now, going forward past the cartel update, he does have a little bit more of the roadmap fleshed out. So after we get the cartel update in July, he plans to add weather into the game in August. Now, a lot of you guys out there, I've seen the comments, you're like, who cares about weather? But this is something that Tyler is very excited about, and I think we should just appreciate that. Personally, I am kind of excited too. I think it's going to bring the game alive. So things that he said that we could see is going to be rain, storms, fog. Also, the weather could influence the NPC schedules, meaning that we'll see people walking faster in the rain or holding an umbrella. But now after that weather update in August, there's going to be another community vote. Now he said this is going to be between the two other options, being the police update and the shrooms, and there is going to be a new third option, which he hasn't chosen yet. So we're not sure what that third option is going to be. Give me the shrooms. Along with with the weather, he does plan to add winter into the game and snow, so this rules out the idea of the game taking place in a strictly hot temperature, kind of like a Southern California location. So a question that I saw in the live stream that he didn't answer is the town of Highland Point influenced by a
whoever you want to be
specific
to your heart's
town
content
in real life?
Right.
He didn't get
You
to
could be
that
Frank
question,
Lucas if you want
unfortunately.
to.
I would have liked to know the answer.
You could
to
be
that.
Walter White
Something that actually surprised
if you
me is
want
that he
to.
says he's actually going to
Or
backport
Heisenberg, as
updates to the
he's
free
known.
sample. I thought that the free sample was not going to get any more updates, but he actually said that he does plan to add things from the new game into the free sample.
be
This is going to
Heisenberg
be
if you
things
want
like
to.
weather. He said once he adds weather into the new game, he's going to add that into the free sample. And something that is good is he's going to add the optimization. So now that the game's going to slowly start to run better with all the new fixes, he's going to add those into the free sample as well. So if you're still on the free version, you got some updates coming your way. Now, he was asked the question what he's most excited to add in from the roadmap, and his answer was actually the Halloween update. Now, I don't remember seeing the Halloween update on the roadmap, but this seems like something he's pretty excited to add in. He didn't add any information as to what we're gonna see, so there's no spoilers yet, but there was some speculation. Maybe we'll see NPCs walking around in costumes.
Say who is the
And
biggest
personally, I
crash
really
out.
love the idea of like seasonal events, kind of like GTA Online adds
Whoever
in the snow for a
died.
short time, and they actually do
You know
a
what?
lot
I
of
don't know.
seasonal events in GTA.
'Cause
But
Saint
we'll
kinda
probably
crashed
see maybe
out, too.
taco ticklers and different
damn near
businesses
died.
in game all decorated for the events of the seasons. Now, beyond the Halloween update, things he's excited to add in is more drug types. That's something he did say. He's excited to add in the shrooms and just add in more drugs. He thinks that's going to really make the game more fun. Now, going into some of the map changes we're going to see, there is a bunch here that I have noted. I'm not really going to go in any certain direction or order here. I'm just going to list them off from the way that they were shared. So he says that the post office one day might be able to export drugs. Now, someone brought this up and he thought it was a cool idea because we own the post office, and he thought it would be cool if we could kind of ship drugs out. Now something that
that
he
would be a
had
good
in mind
idea. Hey,
is that we
that's a good
saw on the
idea,
map expansion that
'cause
we're
we
gonna be
do
able to
own
go
the
over
post
the
office.
island. We have the highway that goes and it just ends. Now there's that island off the coast, and that's going to be its own area eventually. That's going to be one of the later game additions. He plans to add an airstrip to the island where we can send drugs off of a plane, and it would be like an international export area. So that's going to be actually really cool. Now the other map expansions we're going to see, we knew about this swamp area that's coming down off the southeastern part of the map, kind of near the warehouse that we get. There's also going to be a northern expansion, which is going to be a more affluent, rich area. He actually shared that it's going to be much bigger than I was originally thinking. So it's going to take up this whole northern part of the map.
Whoever
But he
server
also
you
shared
in,
a
that's
new
who.
spot
That's
that we didn't know about
pretty
before.
much whose
This
city
shuts
you
off
in.
the south near this little like
So
where
yeah,
the crates
it's
are at,
multiplayer.
where the crates are at in the pizza
Me,
place
Queen,
down
Grizz,
south there,
we played it a
southwest.
few
He
times.
said, I think he said it was going to be like a
Trying
new
to get
forest
Mel to join
area.
us, but you know she's
That's
too
what I
busy
heard.
running
It said that
around.
it's going to add like a new
beating the
forest
hell out of
area.
people
I'm
and,
not sure
painting the town
why.
red,
Maybe
but-
it'll be like a little campground
And we trying to get
area.
V-Dub
We'll have to
in
wait
there
and
too.
see. But we didn't know about that part of the map being expanded. Now we do. That'll be very neat. I actually got my question answered. I asked which map expansion are we going to see first, and they actually said that they plan on adding that swamp expansion first. Now he says it's a swamp. He said it's going to be like a shantytown area, so we're not too sure how it's going to look. Personally, I'm not really expecting a swamp. I mean, hey, I'm dressed for the right occasion. But they did say shantytown, and that kind of makes more sense, like a ghetto. We'll see how much of a swamp it turns into. They asked him if businesses will ever be used for more than just money laundering, and he did say yes, we'll be able to do more interactions on our business. The idea that he's shared twice now is that, say, for example, at Taco Ticklers, you'd be able to go in the back and make food for a little bit of extra money. So that kind of seems like what it'll be, is like you can go to your business and actually work as an employee to kind of make a little bit of extra cash. He also said that the cartel could attack your businesses and then you'd have to defend them. So we did hear about cartel attacking our properties. It seems like this is going to include our businesses as well, and you'll have to defend them from the cartel. Something very exciting is that he actually teased the idea of being able to repair the RV or even just buy a new one. He said it would be cool. I think so at some point. Why not? So
Listen,
the problem
I
that
want
he
my
stated
RV
with the
back,
RV
but at the same
is
time,
that
I
he has
want
to
my
figure out
get
how to
back
make it
from my
work
RV.
moving around the map. A lot of our businesses are standstill. You put something down down and it's there. So he would have to figure out a way to get all of our businesses on a movable object and still make all the equipment work inside of it.
Really.
But he would
so
like
it's kind of like
he
whoever's
also
the
said
host,
that he plans
that's
to add
whose
in a
server
super
you're in.
yacht
That's
that you can move around the waters. That's a crazy idea. I'm sure that would come later on in the game, but it's something that he said, and it's something that we can probably expect to be true.
Yeah, it's kind of instance to whoever the
2 years
host
from now,
is.
we're gonna have to wait and see. He does plan to add more car customization. This is something that we touched on before, but he re-brought it up again. This would be engine upgrades, wheels, spoiler. Something that he did say is that we could add a logo on the car. Now, in the beginning of the game, you would be able to create your own logo for your little cartel. Now, you could use this logo to put on your packaging.
Okay, Grizz, that's what you were telling me about the other time.
Now,
Yeah,
he did say it's kind of
logo.
like a fun thing. Like, obviously, it's not very low key, but it would be cool. Personally, I think on the packaging, kind of slap your logo on there. That would be sick. Moving on to some more general changes. Someone asked him if he wanted to add in graffiti, and he actually said that he planned to add the graffiti in before release. Now, what this would be is that you could get a spray can, go around the map, and tag. Now, if you just saw my video, I think yesterday, I posted about 10 mods that are super fun to mess around with. People have actually added in graffiti as a mod. So this is actually already basically added into the game, but he would make it official on his own. Something that he said was that we would be able to get a new can of spray paint every time you leveled up. So it wouldn't be something that you could just buy bunches of. Maybe it will be, but his idea is like you get a spray can every time you level up, and you can go and use that and put your mark somewhere. Now, the community manager that hosted the Q&A kind of brought up the idea of like, okay, maybe it could affect your control of certain areas. So if the cartel is butting heads with us, we could go and spray paint our logo somewhere and kind of gain like a little bit of reputation in that area. That kind of makes sense, and I think that's a really cool idea. He does plan to add this graffiti in before the cartel or bundle it in with that update. So we can expect to have our own spray paint in the next month. So
he
be
can
ready for
expand
that.
the city
He does
a
say
little
that he
bit.
plans to add in skate tricks. He said if he has unlimited time, he would make
got tricks
Skate
now.
3 in the game. So he really likes the idea of being able to do tricks on your skateboard. Funny enough,
shit,
check
there
out
you
my
go.
video from yesterday, and we actually can already do tricks. Now,
Child,
it's not very
please.
great, but you can go around, you can do pop shove-its, you can do kick flips. It's pretty funny what you can do. I hit a sick clip, so from the motel to the arcade, I hit that stair set, hit a pop shove it. It was a sick clip, man. Something he also added in is that he would like to increase the maximum size for your lobby, like multiplayer lobbies. He says he wants to go as big as possible, but he personally sees it probably maxing out at about 8 players. So it is going to be double what we have now, but don't expect like 32 player servers or anything crazy like that. He also said that he doesn't plan to add dedicated servers, so it's not like you can just go to a server browser and just join like a lobby or put up a server that your friends can join when you're not online. Basically, the way that the multiplayer works right now is that it relies on the server being a player itself. So he would have to rewrite
that kind
the
of
whole
answers your
multiplayer
question.
code. First, to
Now,
add dedicated
he's planning on
servers,
making
so it's not like you can
dedicated
just go to a server browser. You can just go to a server browser and just join like a lobby. Crazy like that. He also said that he doesn't plan to add dedicated servers, so it's not like you can just go to a server browser and just join like a lobby or put up a server that your friends can join when you're not online. Basically, the way that the multiplayer works right now is that it relies on the server being a player itself. So he would have to rewrite the whole multiplayer code. Personally, I think by the time the full game comes out in say 2 or 3 years, I think was the goal, we could maybe see dedicated servers by then, but it is going to take a lot of work, so don't expect it soon. Now, moving on to some of the personal questions he answered. People asked him what was the biggest development challenge that he faced. He said that it was making the NPCs schedules and their behaviors. He showcased making the like driving routes, and it is pretty in-depth. So that was his biggest challenge in the development of the game. Someone asked him if he feels pressured to make content quickly, and he said, quote, "Not really, to be honest. He wants to do it properly over quickly, so that's really good, honestly." He said it's not really too important how long it takes. I mean, we already have a estimate of 2 to 3 years until version 1.0 comes out. He's a single developer, and he said it was like a marathon, not a sprint. Personally, I think this is a great way for him to be tackling this game. He kept saying he wants to do it right over doing it quickly. So it's good to see that the game is, you know, in tender loving hands. That being said, and this is actually a question I had, he was asked about the future of TVGS. Does he plan on making another game? So what's next for his video game studio? He says that he does want to do more games, but he wants to get Schedule 1 done first.
let
Now,
him
that's totally
finish
understandable.
schedule.
He
See,
says that
this
the
is what
next
I'm
game
talking
is
about.
definitely going
Spoiled
to be made
ass
with a
gamers.
team, but he
What
also
you
said
gonna
it's not
make
going to be
next?
massive.
Let him
And he
finish
doesn't
the
want the
game he
team to be
working
more than,
on.
say, 5 up to 10 people at most. He thinks that this is going to be the perfect sweet spot for it to be a tight-knit group, but it's not going to be over-bloated, and it'll definitely help with development. I mean, think about it. That's 5 times more developers than he has now, or 10 times more. And that's a lot, but it also keeps the team tight-knit. They can all be working together and be on the same page.
He looking
It's
to
not going to be a
hire
direct
5
sequel,
to 10
so
people
don't
to
expect
work on
Schedule
it.
2. He says he wants to try something different, but he might come back to this series in the future. So maybe after he makes another game and you know, experiments with something else, maybe there will be a sequel. But next he's probably going to do something different. But someone asked if we would ever go back to the desert. He said it's not totally out of the cards, but he just hasn't thought of it yet. He was sharing that the desert is a very small area. There's not really anything to do there. So he would have to either expand, or what he did say is that he wants to add Uncle Nelson back into the game. So he said that
my
maybe
Simpsons guy. That's what I'm saying.
we
Go
would
get
be able
Ryu.
to bail Uncle Nelson out of jail or do a jailbreak. Now I'm thinking maybe he's seen my
Free
video,
Unc.
who knows? Because he said maybe we could do a mission where we have to jailbreak Nelson out of like
Free
Serena
Unc.
Fleet. Now I'm thinking maybe
Free Unc. Uncle Nelson will return. Free Unc, man.
he did say is that he wants to add Uncle Nelson back into the game. So he said that maybe we would be able to bail Uncle Nelson out of jail or do a jailbreak. Now I'm thinking maybe he's seen my video, who knows? Because he said maybe we could do a mission where we have to jailbreak Nelson out of like Serena Flats. So let's say there's a prison out in the desert. We might actually go there to break him out of jail. Now in my lore video, I said it's most likely that if we're gonna see Uncle Nelson, it's gonna be because we do something crazy like breaking him out of jail. So that might be true in the future. We'll see. He also talked about his stance on modding. This goes back to my video from yesterday. He said for the most part he likes modding. The only thing he doesn't like is that malware that people were shoving in them mods, but thankfully the community caught them really quickly. He says they add to the game. He said proper mods are awesome and he loves to see it. He does plan to add an official modding framework, but it's not going to be probably till the end of early access. He said that it extends the lifespan of the game. So Tyler is behind the modding scene. This one's pretty interesting. He says that the first NPC he ever made was Kevin from the supermarket. Personally, I did not expect that. I mean, like, Kevin's kind of like a weird little kid. I don't know if that was mean to say, but I guess he was the first customer. Then he says the second character he made was Jesse. That sounds about more right. Jesse's a little bit more iconic.
When
But
did
I'm
he
actually
make Kyle?
surprised that the first character he made was Kevin, the kid with the little orange
When did
bowl
he
cut.
make
He
Kyle?
said that he's going to be at PAX
'Cause Kyle
West.
is
So
a
if
true
any of
smoker,
you guys are
man.
going to PAX West, you can actually meet Tyler.
Kyle
And
is
I
a true
wish-
smoker.
I mean, I
I
wish he
don't-
was
I
going
don't
to
care what
PAX
nobody
East. I
say.
live on
Kyle-
the East Coast. I live near
Kyle
Boston.
is a
and
dedicated
so if he went to PAX East, I would be
smoker.
definitely trying to meet up with him. But I'm not going to be flying out to the West Coast just to meet Tyler. So yeah, if you guys are going to PAX West, meet up with Tyler. Say what's up to him. Get on your knee. Okay, wait, pause. Hold on.
Hey,
No,
hey,
don't
hey,
get on
hey,
your
hey,
knees. I was
hey,
gonna say, be like, oh man, I love your game, but don't be getting on your knees in front of Tyler. All right, this is ending the video on a bad note. So that's everything you need to know. Check out my other Schedule 1 content.
Man, listen, free Unc. That's all I can say. Free Unc, cause we need him back in the streets. We need Unc back in the streets, man. All right, so he can guide us to how we gonna handle this cartel situation. We got to figure out how we gonna handle this cartel situation, cause I ain't totally sold on it just yet. All right, I want my get back. Oh, some bitches done blew up my damn RV out of nowhere. Chat. Listen, I think I done talked y'all head off enough for today. Good solid 4.5 hours. I think we made a day, man. I think we made a day, chat. What y'all think? My head is starting to hurt too. Hell. That's just because I need some more sleep. But I can't go to sleep because I got to go to work in an hour and a half. And I know if I go to sleep now, I'm not waking up. But anyway, listen, I appreciate everybody pulling up on us, man. You guys have been great. All right, we're blessed to see another fucking week, man. All right. With it, despite everything going on, despite everything we dealing with, man, on this side of the camera and on this side of the screen, I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed to see y'all another week. All right. Number 85, issue number 85 is in the motherfucking books, man. And thanks to you guys for pulling up over on Twitch, on Kick, on YouTube. wherever y'all at, man, y'all sharing the links, y'all sharing the posts on social media, letting everybody know. All right. Y'all pulling up faithfully for the kid, man. I appreciate you guys, man. Listen, I was a little tired this week. I ain't even gonna hold y'all, but we muscled through. All right. We thugged it out once again. All right. I'm proud of myself. Pat yourself on the back. Pat yourself on the back and say, hey, now I'm looking at this Paint the Town Red for $9 on PS5. Hey, it's a good time. All right. It's a good time. A good cheap game. It's not, it don't have a lot of story to it. It's just fun. It's just a stupid fun game. Okay. I wish it was crossplay. I don't know if it's crossplay or not. Let's look that up real quick. I don't think it's crossplay. I doubt it because, let's see. Paint the Town Red. Is it crossplay? Because that would be kind of fun. Please confirm. Can Xbox and PC play crossplay? No, it is not. Okay, there it is. Hold on, let me pull it up for y'all. Let me put it on the big screen. No, at least that's what the AI says. Paint the Town Red is not cross-platform. Specifically, there is no cross-platform multiplayer available, and it's tied to Steam, meaning it's not available on consoles. While the game is available on consoles, you cannot play with friends on different platforms. Boo. Okay, tomato, tomato, tomato. But nah, man, Paint the Town Red is it's fun. It's just stupid fun, man. Speaking of like stupid fun, Paint the Town Red and Schedule One are one of those games. Those are those games that you don't see yourself. You don't really see yourself like playing, but then until you like try it out, and then it's like, oh, okay. Which makes it good for a good low price point, man. For the price point, you're gonna have a lot of fun, man. So I suggest trying it out. My dear friend, my dearest buddy, Millen and God has got me to play. Because that was kind of one of the games she brought up a few high noons ago, and I was like, okay, that looks like it's kind of fun. So look on these on the social medias. I'm gonna have clips posted. All right, if y'all see me just smacking the shit out of some characters, don't be alarmed. That's probably Paint the Town Red. All right. So y'all come catch us, man. Listen, we'll be online doing our thing. Say trash. Hey man, I don't understand it. 2025. Why is crossplay not a thing? All right. I think that's one of those things Xbox is gonna try to. I think that's one of those things they're trying to phase out going forward. Like I'm looking at their strategy as far as like they putting games on all their platform on like other platforms. Cause pretty much the majority of Xbox's main games, they're now on PlayStation now, and they're already on PC. So I think Xbox is trying to push to kind of solve the crossplay problem. I think. I have to keep my eye on it, but I believe that's what they're trying to do. So everybody can play everything everywhere, which I'm not opposed to, but I know everybody don't have the same access to the same platforms. And I know a lot of these lobbies, especially when you talking about competitive games, a lot of these PC lobbies are just sweaty. So I don't really know if I want to keep mingling in my platforms. So I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, try Paint the Town Red. If y'all need any free games, if you need any free games, we be playing the First Descendant. That's crossplay. That's crossplay. He say it's the platforms that be making crossplay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think Xbox is trying to solve their problem, but between Steam and PlayStation, and of course Nintendo ain't going for none of that shit. But between Steam and PlayStation, I think they not really, and Epic and all of that, they not really keen to crossplay like that. But it's all good. That'll work itself out. But if you guys need any free to play games, if you don't want to spend no money, okay, try out the First Descendant. We got Make a Break on June 31st. You can always hop on Apex. You got the finals still going strong. All right. There's stuff out there. If you don't, if you're a little weary about you know, spending your money, your hard earned, all right. There's a ton of free to play games out there that you can try, man. We got demos. I'm trying to think. I got to get that Tony Hawk demo and kind of try that out. Rematch, I played that. That's pretty dope. I think it's a Rematch free to play. That's what I finna tell you. That's why I'm glad you Sloth. I played Rematch a little bit last night, man. That shit dope. That shit dope. Is it free to play? No, it is. If you like soccer. Oh no, it's not a free to play game. Never mind. Never mind. Take it back. Take it back. Never mind. Okay. Cool. Can y'all believe we made it through another high noon without mentioning what I want to say, a certain 6 game? That's amazing. That's amazing. That's because we ain't got to worry about that shit till next year. Thank you. I think it's on Game Pass, but I enjoyed the game. Yeah, I played it on Game Pass last night. It's dope. It's dope. Like I say, like if you're into soccer, I get it. I just got to learn how to aim my shots a lot better. I got to learn to aim and pass a lot better, but that'll come with practice. That'll come with practice. Listen, I'm finna let y'all go. What time it is? 4:30. I'm finna let y'all go, man. I'm finna lay down for a minute. Try to get me a little rest before I head into work. I should be back later on this evening. I don't know what I'm gonna be playing particularly, but y'all know where the catch is, man. Y'all keep us locked in. If you're on Twitch, hit that little bell icon next to my name so you can get your notifications and let y'all know when I'm going live, man. Other than that, man, I'm gonna let you guys go. He said that game that should not be named. Yeah. The game that should not be named. That's a bar. That is a bar. Let's see. Who we gonna raid, man? Let's see who's streaming. Who is streaming at this point? At this point in time that we can go hang out with. Y'all know how we do, chat. If y'all know anybody, y'all want to put anybody in particular, use your channel points. All right, y'all got channel points. Y'all can nominate somebody that y'all follow that I might not be following. We can send a raid over to them. If not, I'm just looking through my list real quick, see who's streaming, and we're gonna drop the raid off, man. Y'all make sure y'all go over there on your best behavior, showing some love. I forgot, Beast hit me with the stretch and the posture check. Damn. Oh man. Secret agent, man. There we go. Man, the kid getting cut up out there, man. Hey, boy. Hey, y'all boy better watch out, man. The kid out. Hey, my arm's still small though. To me. Oh man. Trying to see if I had anything that I missed. Listen, whatever I missed, I'm gonna tell you guys like PTI. We'll try to do better next week. We'll try to do better next week, man. I'm sure I'm gonna actually try to get some sleep. Okay, once I get over whatever this is I'm going through. Okay, once I get past this and be able to get some stable sleep, then we just gonna go up from there. But other than that, let's see who we gonna raid, chat. Secret. Watching movies. Streets of Rage 4. I am gonna send you guys over to who did I send y'all over to last week? I'm gonna send you guys over to one of my newer followers. I'm sending you guys over to Pantera. She's over here playing Streets of Rage 4. Yeah, why not? Why not? She's over here playing Streets of Rage 4, man. You guys go over there, be on your best behavior. Y'all know how we do, man. Issue number 85 in the books. Thank you guys so much. As always. Hold on, let's get it queued up right. Let's get it queued up, baby. Hold on. And let's do our due diligence. Where you at? Let's go. Boom. All right, y'all. Y'all be good. And as always, hydrate accordingly. And no whole shit should prosper against us, man. I'm Chauvin, aka Chauvinistic. This is issue number 85 in the book. Signing off. Y'all be good, man. Stay fluid. Peace.